What is up, guys? Renegade Game Boy here, and welcome to another episode of Doki Literature Club. And last time, I figured out how everything worked, and I'm not gonna lie, I reloaded. I saved right before we started working on the poem, and I went back and I made sure everything was for Yuri. Was for Yuri. I made sure everything was. I figured it out, and it's awesome now. So I'm going for Yuri. If you can't tell, because she's my smart waifu. Alright, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey Russ. Hey Sayori. What's up, boo? Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're getting in a good mood today. Heh. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to say to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. You come with me to buy a snack? Sure. No thanks. Okay. Okay, it's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why is that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then, turns it upside down, lets its contents spill out onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Clever. Either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget all that you spent all your money, so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. Well, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, then that means you deserve to feel guilty. Again, I go from, super nice and, really down to earth and close to me to a total ass in, 3 seconds. Hey, waifu. Yuri suddenly giggles. Heh, what? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in a book, as always. I wasn't listening to you. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell her to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Afford. Sorry. Frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't help much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think of that. You're alright, though. I did something bad, now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, guess there's a little devil inside us all, isn't there? Excuse me, sorry. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Cat. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the forehead and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. I bet it was Natsuki. A cookie. Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is it a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I knew it. I was just gonna give it to you. Then I heard about the blab about the cupcakes. It's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki. It's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Going through a lot just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Suri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh, Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Oh, Sayori, you're adorable.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Now for full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Oh, that's weird. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have you ever heard about the thing about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably more desirable than most all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? I had a feeling you were going to say something, Natsuki. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry. I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth were you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was in study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ringing, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? Wasn't where you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. Kind of just started recently. What are you hiding? I think you're hiding something. So you're either like... Maybe that's why she's not an option, because she's... You know... I just wanted to learn piano. I think she's hiding something. I think she's kind of ashamed that... Okay, hypothesis. I'm thinking she's a lesbian. And she is making up an excuse because she's ashamed to tell us. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. That's so cool. Just play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'll also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Russ. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to pressure you or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Let's just leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Not sure Natsuki would end up complaining to her anyways. Looks like everyone has really settled down. Sayori somehow already finishes her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Okay, you're just gonna, like, kind of hide in there, like, outlast, just, like... Is that where she reads her manga collection? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. At the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from her reading. Catch a glimpse at the cover of her book. This looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. No matter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. Let's just focus, and I probably would have noticed it in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stepped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. That's so. What about it anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She's targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. Just the dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You not a fan of that sort of thing, Russ? No, it's not bad. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because of someone. It's not just because someone wants to be evil. Because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive. To be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, you might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. So let me get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Soon I understand what Yuri means about reading in company, as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, hold the book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean into each other a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way. Instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess it makes it more difficult to turn the pages. Here. Aww, that's so cute. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Do the same with my right arm on the other side of the book. That way, I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Wait a second, I thought this was Japan. Wouldn't she be turning it? Wouldn't she be the one turning it, and you would be the one catching it? I read manga. I know how this works. It's actually kind of distracting me, so I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got distracted for a second. Bends over, Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, am I right? I don't even mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri is no longer asking me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. We continue to read the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as it catches under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. He also second guesses all the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I could see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. That's cute. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Russ, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. ... I guess I meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. Guess I'll do some more reading tonight. I prefer I only read it with you. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. If that's the case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. All right. I'm going to show it to Yuri first. Let's see what you've written for today. ... Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Russ, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you your kind of techniques were worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. We're going to try and give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that practice to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Which probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. You saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Aw. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a quick snack. My attention was caught by scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and urge. The moon in I can't read cursive for the life of me. In that word, its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on my newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. Let's say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood. Classic that word conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Huh. Interesting. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using a poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep up with myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Rest? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Thank you, Yuri. You understand. Even if it's more difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned about embracing my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Aw, okay. Let's go to Sayori. What does she like? ... Oh, I like this one, Russ. Has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Still though, Tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. Eh, I guess he caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for your own good. Well, don't try and be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, Russ. Never, ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, not very good at figuring out poems are good or bad. That's why I just go on by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure if that's exactly how it works. And then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. To be honest, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. You're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? Okay, I knew it. I knew that was what you liked. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help you give that rain cloud a little hug. And it makes a nice happy rainbow. Oh, you're so cute. Sayori, that's an unexpected poet. That's unexpectedly poetic. Eh, it is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Russ. Just go and write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together and like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. Put it in the bottle to keep it safe. Then I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me think a lot of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my feelings go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets hiding in nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends looking through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. Then they come in such a hurry. They want my bottles that much. I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Sayori, are you it's sad, but are you an alcoholic? That's the message I'm getting. Either she works at a store where she sells soda, but I doubt that's it, or she's an alcoholic. That's a little dark. Holy crap, my thoughts exactly. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monique taught me a whole lot. And I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way, even if it helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sarah's had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, and no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright. So, you know what? We're not even going to give Natsuki the light of day. We're going to save her for last. Hi again, Russ. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. ... Alright, great job, Russ. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That is my life motto. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? It's kind of writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it by just feel, or letting them deeply analyze it, then analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turns out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors. They won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Shine, consign, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing vinyl on a pizza crust. playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Huh. Neat. This is even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. This is the kind of thing I'd never really seen before, I guess. I don't like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a lot of decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is that tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? You know what? I'm gonna take your advice, or Monica. I'm gonna save my game. There you go. There you go. You seem to have wanted it. Thanks for listening. All right, and I guess you, anime stereotype. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah. I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. You're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true. Just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring all this out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Here's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Making your reader look hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. You are not my favorite. I want you to know that right now. I don't like you. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. God, I don't like you. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyway. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Wow. You're not doing anything to make me like you more. Not bad, right? Yes, it was. 'Cause it's mean. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an arrogant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid people find out, they make fun of you, or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone? And it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn how to respect others for liking weird things. You know what? I take it back. I'm sorry. I didn't realize the point. I thought you were writing about yourself not liking someone. I apologize, but I still don't like you. Okay? Okay. Huh, that's funny. You wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. I didn't really get it, and she said something similar to you, that people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. If there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate when people make me feel insecure. Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. The way you put it, sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message from your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good poem for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Whatever you say, man. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. So if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters. I've decided some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is, we're going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to be prepared ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. I'm sorry. I looked up at Natsuki and Monika, and Natsuki just doesn't look amused at all. It's like, please get your finger out of my eye. I'm sorry. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what a literature club is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes standing in front of a room of people for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. ... Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. Least we can do is help them out a little. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. Each of you to choose a poem for yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monika, this is too sudden. Well, you can't recite your poem in front of the club. How can you do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Okay, sorry. Reading that out loud just didn't sound right for a second. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to get a specific poem she has in mind for herself, and she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or she's simply a natural. Glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Alright. Thank you so much. Just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp sibyls of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered by even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem close to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops off to her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ahaha. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting your poem to people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's sincere and bittersweet. If I were to read this on a paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori means when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Russ liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere in the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well as kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've been seeing your poems where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. I might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. And next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. You don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Hmm. Don't make me go before Russ. It's not like I compare you guys. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Russ lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have one selection over what to read. Let's go what I wrote for today. Stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities, and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. Natsuki's trademark style, and works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if given life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have to worry much about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have the idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting all this effort into the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, so let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm to say... I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika. I'll do my best to get through it. As for the sake of the club, I'm impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Russ. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I'll come with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. ... Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... if Yuri asked me to go home with her, I would. But then I would go to Sayori and be like, hey, Yuri asked me to walk home with her. So, is that cool? So I'd probably walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even a point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori. Can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. It's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only in a few days. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, I guess we gotta write a poem now. Alright, another poem down. Oh man. Let's see what's up with Monica first. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Are you practicing piano again? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave this episode off here. So, yeah, I guess we're getting ready for a festival now. That's cool. And I think Yuri has a thing for us. So we're in, if you know what I mean. So, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like down below to let me know. As always, my name is Renegade Game Boy. You guys have a good one.